And we don't have a table yet, but now we have, you should be able to see this window here where we have all of the labels for our columns, right? And we can choose to include whichever pieces of information from our data that we want in this pivot table. All right, so for example, we're looking for the 5 most popular pizza toppings, right? So let me put the pizza topping label down into my rows. So now we can see the table already generated all the pizza toppings in a row for the table, right? Doesn't really look like a table yet because we only have one entry for each row, right? So let's see, what are we looking for, right? The most popular toppings. So we need to know how much of each of these toppings were sold, right? How many pizzas for each of these toppings were sold? Which piece of information gives us that here, right? It's going to be the quantity, right? The quantity tells us how many of each of those pizzas were sold. So I'm going to drag quantity and put that under values, right? You can see that immediately the first thing that it gives me is the sum of quantity, right? So that means for this entry here, barbecue chicken, for this topping, if you add every time barbecue chicken comes out here and you add all the quantities for that, so usually we can see they're mostly ones, but there's a couple twos, threes, and so on. And if you add all the quantities for the barbecue chicken topping, this is how many barbecue chicken pizzas were sold, right? So this pivot table went ahead and did all of that for you, right? You didn't have to make a function over here, put some, and go through this and get the pizza toppings, right? The pivot table does it